The Hundred Years' War, even the name sounds epic. It's a clash of titans, a story of sieges and battles, of kings and queens, of knights and peasants, all caught in the whirlwind of a conflict spanning generations. But how did it all begin? Imagine Europe in the 14th century. Two powerful kingdoms, England and France, stood poised on the edge of a chasm of war. Their destinies, intertwined for centuries, were about to collide in a conflict that would redefine the map of Europe. At the heart of this impending storm lay a simmering cauldron of animosity and ambition. Territorial disputes, fueled by ancient rivalries, poisoned the relationship between the French and English crowns. The English kings, descended from the Norman conquerors of 1066, still held vast territories in France, a constant thorn in the side of the French monarchy. The Hundred Years' War, a conflict that would rage for over a century, from 1337 to 1453, was about to begin. The seeds of this monumental clash were sown long before the first arrows flew. The English kings, claiming descent from William the Conqueror, argued for their right to the French throne. This claim directly challenged the legitimacy of the French monarchs, creating a dangerous power vacuum that sucked both nations into its vortex. Adding fuel to the fire were economic tensions, particularly over the control of the lucrative Flemish wool trade. Flanders, a region renowned for its textile industry, was a vital economic artery for both England and France. Control over Flanders meant control over vast wealth and influence, a prize worth fighting for. Political intrigue added more kindling to the pyre. Royal marriages, often used as tools to cement alliances and secure peace, instead became catalysts for conflict. The death of Charles IV of France without a male heir ignited a succession crisis, with English King Edward III staking his claim to the French throne. The French, however, crowned Philip VI as their king, setting the stage for a showdown between two ambitious monarchs. The fuse had been lit. The Hundred Years' War was about to explode. The opening act of this sprawling historical drama unfolded on the battlefield of Crécy in 1346. Edward III, a shrewd and ruthless commander, led his English forces against a much larger French army commanded by Philip VI. The French, confident in their numerical superiority and the traditional might of their armoured knights, charged headlong into the teeth of the English defences. They were met with a storm of arrows. English longbowmen, masters of their craft, unleashed a devastating barrage that cut through the ranks of French knights, their armour offering little protection against the relentless hail of deadly shafts. The French chivalry, once the pride of their army, was decimated. Crécy was a resounding English victory, a testament to the tactical brilliance of Edward III and the devastating effectiveness of the English longbow. It sent shockwaves through Europe, shattering the myth of French invincibility and signalling the beginning of a new era in warfare. The Hundred Years' War had begun in earnest. The Hundred Years' War raged onward, a brutal dance of sieges, skirmishes and pitched battles. The English, with their longbows and tactical acumen, seemed poised to dominate the conflict. The French, demoralized and facing seemingly insurmountable odds, desperately needed a beacon of hope. Enter Joan of Arc. A peasant girl from Domremy, Joan was a figure shrouded in mystery and imbued with an unshakable faith. Claiming divine guidance, she rallied the demoralized French troops and led them to a string of improbable victories, culminating in the relief of the besieged city of Orléans in 1429. Joan's charisma, piety and military acumen turned the tide of the war. She became a symbol of French resistance, her name whispered with reverence by French soldiers and with fear by their English counterparts. Her story, however tragic, remains one of the most inspiring tales of individual courage and conviction in the face of overwhelming odds. Joan of Arc, the Maid of Orleans, had breathed new life into the French war effort.